Hello programmers, welcome to Skilltrend coding channel. Today we are going to learn how to check a number is an Armstrong number or not. First of all, let me tell you all what is an Armstrong number. Let me check that how it is, how it looks. Armstrong number is if there are how many digits, there is only one digit. If this digits that much power will be there, that is power of 1 will be there. 1 power of 1 means 1's power will be 1. What will be the output? That is 1. If we take as 153 as a number, here there are 3 digits. Here there are 3 digits. So the power will be 3 for each and individual digits. That is, you can see here 1 power 3. 1 power 3 is 1 power, that is 1 cube. 1 cube is 1. And next we shall it will be continuing like next 5 power 5 cube, that is 5 power 3. Next 3 power 3. 3 power 3. Here we can see 5 power 3 is 125 and 3 power 3 is 27. So at finally what we will be doing, that is 1 plus 125 plus 27 is equal to 153. Means the power total number of digits, that is how many digits are there, so many digits number to the power of each individual digit plus which will be added to that number, the output should get the same number. If these two numbers, that is initial given number and the output number, are same, then the number is said to be a Armstrong number. Let us see how to write a program in Java to find that the number, that is input number from the user, is a Armstrong number or not. Let us first ask the user to enter the input, that is by using system.out.println of enter the number. Okay, let me take the input by using the scanner library. Okay, here we're getting, because we need to fix that scanner. Need to import it. One second guys, I did not return here new. Yeah, now let me copy this input to a number, that is sc dot next int. We are taking it is a input number, so we are taking the number into that. Let me copy this number to t1. First we shall find the length of a number, because we can do directly without using the length of a number, but for placement point of view, that is for the entrance exams, we can't use the library functions like math.powerof. These functions we can't be use in entrance exams, because those will be removed from the coding platform which you are writing like AMCAT or some other platforms. So we need to go for general method. So I am teaching you all that method, which is very important for your placement preparations. Yeah, let me first copy this number to t1, that is t1 equals to number. Yeah, I have copied. First we shall find the length of a number. Yeah, let me take while loop. Let me initialize length equals to 0 initially. Okay, now let me take a while loop. Now t1 is not equals to 0 means this number, if I am giving the number as let me write the code and explain you once again at the last. If this number is not equals to 0, until then you run the loop. That is, I'll go inside and t1 equals to t1 by 10 means at every time I am taking the single digits, that is count, that is t1. First if I take as it as 153, that is 3, one time I'll be dividing, so I'm getting the 15 one time. So I need to increase my length, that is length plus 1. So first time I'll be getting 1, second time 2, third time 3. If this number, and at finally what it becomes, this number will not be equal to it will be equal to 0, so this condition gets false. So I'll be coming out of the loop. Let me check what I'm getting first. Before writing the actual part of the code, let me check what I'm getting the output for this length of the number. Okay, let me write as system.out.println of length. Okay, let me run this program now. Enter the number. Let me give the number as 153. So I am getting the length of this number is 3 because there are 3 digits, so I am getting the 3 as the output. Let me explain this part of the code first. Initially, first of all, here I am giving the number as 153, right? Here after coming here, 153 is not equals to 0, that is first 153 not equals to 0. Yes, this condition is true. This condition is true right now. This condition is true. Okay, I'll enter the loop. Here 153 by 10. 153 by 10 is, now I am getting t1 as 15. 15 is my output. Once it is now t1 is stored with 15. 15 is the value of t1. That is t1 is the 15 is the value of t1. Okay, now I am incrementing the length value by 1. So now at initially the length value is 0. Now I am giving incrementing my length value to 1. So now length is 1. Okay, now once again I'll run the loop. Here now what is there? Here I am getting t1 as 15. So now t1 value is 15. So 15 not equals to 0. Yes, the condition is true. So enter the loop. t1 is equal to t1 by 10. t1 by 10. What is the value of t1 now? 15. 15 by 10 is nothing but 1. So now value of t1 is 1. Now I'll increment the length. Already the length value is 1. So length plus 1, that is 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2. So the length value is 2 now. Once again I'll go back to the loop, and now the t1 value is 1. So 1 right? Okay, 1 is not equals to 0. The condition is true. Okay, I'll enter the loop. Now here the value 1 by 0 is 0. So I'll go here 1 plus 1, that is 2. Already length value is 2. 2 plus 1, and now length value is 3. So I'm going up. 0 is not equal to 0. 0 is not equal to 0. The condition is false. The condition is false. So this terminates the loop and gets out and print this statement, that is now the length value is 3. What we got the output. Is it true? Is it understandable, guys? Okay, next we shall write the main part of the program, that is by using the reverse of a number and so on. Okay, let me go up once again. Yeah, here let me copy this original number, that is what we are entering, into another variable, that is t2 equals to number. Okay, I am copying into other variable. Now let me take we need a reminder also here, so I'll be taking the reminder as equals to 0, or else let me start the program, afterwards we can give the okay. Let me take a while loop and t2 not equals to 0 initially. Okay, fine. Let me go inside. Now reminder equals to t2 modulus 10. I need to get a single digit from the whole number. Here I am getting a error. Let me initialize reminder to 0 here itself. Here I'll give int reminder equals to 0. Okay. Now after this, what I am doing, I need to, here I am getting the single digit of a number, so I need to, what I should do, that number should be powered or cubed. If 153 is a number, 3 is a digit, right? We need to cube that number. If 12 is a number, we need to square each number, right? Now 3 I got. So now for that I am using the for loop, that is int I equals to 1, I less than equals to, I am taking the length. What I got the length here, length I am taking here up till that length, and I plus plus. So I'll enter the loop. Here what I'll do, multiply equals to multiply into reminder value. Okay, here I am getting the mul, I did not initialize it right now, so I'll give inside the loop, inside the while loop, what I'll give, int mul equals to 1. Because why I am giving this multiply inside the while loop, because each and every time I need to get this multiply value as 1 by multiplying. I'll be explaining detailedly once I'll write the code. After coming out of this for loop, I should add this number, add all the numbers, right? And finally after getting the multiplication of the power of each number, right, power of each number we are going to add. So for that I'll take arm as a variable, that is we are taking Armstrong, right? So I'm taking arm plus multiply value. Okay, after this I'm doing once again t2 equals to t2 by 10. Okay, let me explain. Here I'm getting arm is this, right? Let me initialize that number also here. So arm equals to 0. Okay, fine. Let me explain you all this code. First of all, here I'm copying the number to t2. Now t2 value will be 153. Okay, these all initializations. Okay, coming to here t2, that is 153 not equals to 0. The condition is true. Okay, I'm entering the loop. Now multiply that is mul value is 1. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm going to second part, that is reminder is equal to t2 by t2 modulus 10. Modulus is nothing but we are getting the remainder part of that number, means you see here 53 modulus 10 means we are getting 3 as a reminder of that number, so reminder will be 3. Now I'll enter the loop, for loop, I is equal to 1, I less than length. Now here we have length value as 3 initially. Okay, fine, because we got this here from here length value. Okay, now we'll enter the loop. Multiply value will be 1. 1 into what we got the reminder is 3, right? Okay, into 3, 1 into 3 first time, so the multiply value will be 3. Once again we are running this loop, will go up. Now I value will become 2 and I value will become, once again I value will become 2. Now this will be a constant, I value will become 2. Now we'll go inside. So here already the multiply value is 3, so what we are doing, 3 into 3 once again, so the multiply value will be 9. Now once again we are going here and the I value will be 3. Okay, 3 is less than equals to 3, the condition is true, we are entering into the loop. So now the multiply value is 9. So what we'll do, 9 into 3 once again, that is 27. We are getting 27, and once again goes up. Now 3 that is 4. Now I value will become 4, the condition will become false, so it exits from that loop and it comes down here. Now the multiply value is 27 and arm value is 0, where we have initialized. So arm so what will become, arm equals to 0 plus 27, where now the arm value will become 27. Okay, here we are T2 T2, right? Now T2 by 10, initially the value of T2 is 153. 153 by 10, what we are getting as T2 equals 15. Now 15. So while loop once again runs. Now here 15 will be the input. So T2 value will be the 15. 15 not equals to 0. The condition is true. Once again it enters the loop. Here 15 modulus 10 will be getting 5 as a reminder, and this condition will goes on once again, same procedure, and will get multiply value as 125. And here already we are having 27 in arm. So 27 plus 125 equals to 152. We are getting 152. Now here, now again T2 value will become 1, and 1 is not equals to 0, the condition is true, and once again it will go inside. 1 modulus 10 is nothing but 0. Okay, 0. Now 1 modulus 10, 1 modulus 10 is 0. Okay, fine, it will go on, the process goes on, and finally we'll be getting here plus 1 for this, so we'll get 153. So 153, this will become 0, so 0 by 0, condition is false. So if this condition 153 we got as the output. After this we are going to check the condition that arm, these both numbers are same or no. So arm is equal to number. If this condition is true, I am going to print that system dot out dot print ln of the number, means number plus is a Armstrong number. Okay, if this condition is false, I'll go for else statement, and I will copy this for saving of time. I'll paste here, and is not a Armstrong number. Okay, we have completed the code, entire code is ready. Let me check the output now. Let me enter the number first for checking the Armstrong number, that is 153. Yes, 153 is the Armstrong number, it is true. Now once again shall I give 154? Let me check that is not an Armstrong number. Why I am getting 3 means because I have written somewhere here length of a number is I have given as a print statement, so I am getting that. Let me check 2 is a Armstrong number or not. 2 is a Armstrong number. Okay, true. Let me check 12. What about 12? 12 is not a Armstrong number. This is how to find that to write the input number is a Armstrong number or no. This method should be followed for placements and placement platform, that placement exams and all, because we can't use the math dot power of function as a library function in those AMCAT or some other examination CoCubes and all platforms. So you need to follow this method itself. So please learn this method for your placement. Please, this is in Java, right? If you people want in C or some other language, you can check the link in the description. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe and share to all your friends.